Good morning. Almost noon. It is 11 o'clock on Friday. Hi, Edie. I'm without a producer. I'm in my house alone with the dog, so I have his chew stick today. It's very exciting. It's all, look at him. Hello. Yes, Gunner, say hello to the camera. Look over here. So I'm all alone. Today is Barre-ish Bootcamp. So Edie, I hope you have your newly purchased body bar. He's gonna be running around because nobody's here but me. So today, if you have not already gone over to YouTube, my link to my YouTube channel is in my bio on Instagram. And maybe you're already watching this on YouTube, I don't know. If you're not, if you're watching on IGTV, know that the YouTube is a little better playback. So if you just go there and put in Deb Craver Fitness, that will come up. Hi, Steve. So the after party today is going to be upper body and a little bit of extra core. So that'll be after. So thank you to everybody who's been able to put a donation in my Venmo or PayPal. If you're looking for that information, that is also, where do I put that? It's in my it's in my post that I do on Saturday for the week. It's also on all the YouTube videos. The format we're gonna do today, if you're new to this, we do a warm-up that has a lot of upper body stabilization built right in. You can always put your knees down on the plank stuff. Then we'll do a section with the body bar or weighted bar or even dumbbells if you have that. And then we'll do a bunch of cardio business after that and then finish with core and stretch. The only extra thing I'm gonna add today is that I'm gonna do a series that I used to always do in studio that I haven't done in a long time. So if you're not working with a body bar today, you might want to grab a book, or if you have dumbbells that you're using, you can flip one of those on its side. Just a little, hi guy, it's just a little added bonus. We're going to do some inverted stuff towards the end of the bar section. So it's just optional. It's just something, if you're super flexy, you can just put your hands on the floor. It's got its eyeballs on this. If you have an injury that you're dealing with, make sure you stick with all the first, maybe second levels of everything I do. And if you have an injury that you were seeing a doctor for, or you've seen a doctor for, make sure that you're completely cleared to do this. Because what would be worse than having to stay home? Staying home with an injury. All right. I think that is everything. Oh yes. Hi Jane, are you off today? Off from babysitting? So I have some other things to chit chat with you, but I'll do that during the workout. Now is the key, since I'm without a producer, to see if I can get the dog to leave the set. And by set, I mean my living room. All right, I'm gonna try to toss this over. You see this? I'm gonna put it over there, ready? Go on. All right, they'll be gone for like 2 minutes. All right, and he's bringing it back to the mat. Okay. No, don't eat it on the mat. Okay, this is why you have to have a mat cleaner. All right, you also want to have a towel nearby. It's going to be sweaty. And of course, a beverage, which I have in my new favorite cup from Edie. Such a great cup, insulated. Keeps my water to wine glass nice and chilly. All right. Feet under your hips, hips under your shoulders, shoulders down and back. Good Lord, look at him back there. All right, I'll kick him out of the way when I need to. You can wiggle your toes, feet under your hips, hips under your shoulders. Bring your arms up. Your knees are straight, but they're not locked. From here, keeping everything lined up, just shift your weight forward to your feet so you can lift your heels up and hold here. Then try to find your chair squat in this position. Of course, your heels can still be on the floor. Then lower your heels, wiggle your toes, hands to your knees. Round your back, release. Again, round your back for 2, release. Again, round your back, release. Again, round up in 1, 2, release. This time, come all the way up. Both arms come up. Inhale, reach up, forward fold, tailbone lifts and roll. 3, 2, let's do it again. Both arms up, forward fold, unroll in 4, 3, 2. This time on your fold, either grab your elbows or let your hands fall to the floor, whichever makes more sense to you. Getting all sorts of new stuff on my watch right now. You can wiggle your toes here. Both knees are bent. Try to straighten your left leg and bend your right knee, sitting into your left hip. Then change sides, straighten your right leg and bend your left knee, sitting into your right hip. Bend both knees to let your head hang, unroll in 4, 3, 2. This time, palms together, find your squat. Right fingertips reach towards the floor. Your toes can wiggle here. Your left arm's gonna reach up so you feel the rotation in your trunk. Try to keep both knees bent rather than doing this. Press down to come back up. We'll walk through it on the other side. Find your squat. Left fingertips reach down. Right fingertips reach up until you feel the rotation in your trunk. Toes can wiggle. Both knees bent. Push down. Find your squat. 2 counts to get there. 1, 2. Push into the floor with your feet. Sink for 2. Let's go single count. So sink, push, sink, push, sink, push. Let's do 4 more like that. So we sink, press, sink, 2 more. Last 1. Both arms come up. Inhale, reach up. Bend your knees far enough to get your hands on the floor. Then step back to a downward facing dog. Heels reach for the floor. Palms press into the floor. Your tailbone lifts up to where the wall meets the ceiling behind you. From here, lower your hips to plank. Hands underneath your shoulders. Anytime we come here, you can put your knees down if you like. Tailbone lifts up. Down dog. Find your position here. 2 counts to lower to plank. So it's 1, 2, lift up to down dog. Lower to any plank. Up again. Lower. 1, 2, lift up. 1 more. And hold your down dog. Both heels lift and lower. Lift and lower. Belly button pulls in. Your tailbone lifts up to where the wall meets the ceiling behind you. Once more. Hold your down dog. Shift over to your right hand and foot. And take your left leg up until you feel the stretch behind your right leg. You can stay right here or bend your left knee and open your left hip. Ooh, breathing in and out, feeling the stretch, opening up the hip joint. If you took the bend and rotation, straighten back out to your down dog. Split, then both feet to the floor. Down dog in the middle. Shift over to your left hand and foot. And bring your right leg up until you feel the stretch behind your left leg. You can stay right here or bend your right knee and open your right hip. If you took the bend and rotation, straighten back out to your down dog split. And both feet to the floor, down dog in the middle. Then lower your hips to plank. Alrighty, that was a long time to be inverted. If you're in your plank here, know that you can always lower your knees. If you're on your knees, your next progression is going to be up. Maybe you shift to your right hand and foot, pick your left leg up. Maybe you rock forward and back. So those are 4 different options that you can do. You can rock with both feet on the floor as well. 2 more of any level. Hold where you are. If your left foot is up, put it down. So remember, if you're here, your next progression is up. So you're not going to rock until you're up. Shift to your left hand and foot maybe. Pick your right leg up and either hold or you can rock forward and back. Hey you guys, it's Stephanie Fellenstein's birthday today. She's not on. Wonder what she's doing. And hold any plank. If your right leg is up, put it down and lift your tailbone up. Find your down dog 1 more time. Then lower your hips to plank, knees up or down. Try to bring your right leg up next to your right hand. Can you wiggle your right toes? Maybe your knee's down. Maybe you touch your right knee. Maybe you reach up. Maybe you reach back behind you. I'm gonna go with this reach behind today. Both hands back to the floor, engage your core. Step to plank, let's walk through it on the left. Step forward, can you wiggle your left toes? Maybe your knee's down. Maybe you touch your knee. Maybe you reach up or reach behind. Both hands to the floor, plank, slightly faster step forward. Reach or touch your knee or reach back. Your back knee can remain on the floor. You do not have to go this fast, but you can if you like. One more each side. Step forward, reach. One more. And hold any plank. If your knees are still up, now is when you're gonna put them down. Release your feet, hips to your heels. Child's pose here. Pressing your chest to your shoulder, or not to, pressing it through your shoulders is what I meant. From here, let's round up. Find your modified plank. So hands under your shoulders, elbows squeezing in towards each other. You can stay right here, or take a little bend, or maybe a bigger bend. Either way, you'll straighten your elbows. Find your child's pose. Make it flow, round up. Hold or bend. So the bend can be tiny there. Does not have to be giant. Think of it as a dumbbell. The bigger the bend, the heavier your resistance. Again. Round up. This time, hold your modified plank. Right here, tuck your toes, push down. Find your down dog. And lower your knees. Release your feet, hips to your heels. Child's pose. Let's make it flow. 2 counts to round up. Tuck your toes up to down dog. 2 counts to come down. Child's pose. Do it again. Round up for 2. Push down for 2. Lower. Child's pose. Again. Round up for 2. Push down. On that push down, think about squeezing underneath your armpits. Right here. Squeeze as you push. We'll go one more time. Modified plank. Tuck your toes. Lower your knees. This time, modified plank and hold it here. Next progression is to tuck your toes and lift your knees. If you've gotten that far, maybe pick your right knee into your chest. Cross underneath your left leg. Hold here or bend both knees. Or those are knees, not these elbows. 2 more. And hold this, rotate underneath. If you're not quite here yet, remember you can be here or here. If you're already here and you're ready, you can open up your left arm. If you've taken some yoga, looks a little bit like fallen triangle. Is your right wrist underneath your right shoulder? It should be. Left hand back to the floor and step back to the center. If you're not on your knees, do it now. Release your feet. Everybody comes to child's pose. Let's set it up again. Round up. Modified plank. Maybe you tuck your toes and lift. Maybe you bring your left knee in and cross it under. If you're here, you can stay or bend straight with your elbows. Woo! 2 more. And hold it. If you're here, you can stay or you can rotate and lift your right arm up. Is your left wrist underneath your left shoulder? And if your arm is up, bring it back to the center. Engage your core. Step back to plank. Tailbone lifts up. Down dog. Walk your feet up towards your hands. Forward fold. Unroll. In 4, 3, 2. Grab your resistance. Maybe a sip of whatever you're drinking. So remember, if you're using a bar, you're all set for your balance when we get to the inversion thing. But if you're using dumbbells, remember that you can either, I'll cue you, you can put it on the side, or grab a book, or yoga block. So overhand grip, on your bar or your dumbbells, feet parallel, slow motion squat. For 2, push into the floor and squeeze your glutes. 1, 2, single count, so sink, press down. All right, so you're not gonna lock your knees. All right, so this morning on the local news, I don't know if you were watching, they did sort of an informal survey about what it is people want to open more than anything. 1 more, and hold at the top, lower your elbows. Knees are not locked. Press your bar or your dumbbells up on a diagonal to where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. Bring it down, 1 of each, 1 squat, 1 diagonal press. You're not gonna lock your knees or elbows. Squat, lower, press. So what they said, people said nail salons, hair salons, and Disneyland. Nobody mentioned a gym. So, but listen, if those things can open, then gyms can open. If you're ready, make it flow slightly faster. So squat, press. 2 more. Maybe your left knee comes up at the top and then squat, press, squat, press. Let's do 4 more just like that. So 4, push down to come up. 3, 2, then just the squat. Shoulders down and back. 1 more. Now hip hinge right here. So it's a deadlift. Now the movement comes from your hip. So you hinge over and up. Now listen, either way, whether they open gyms or not, I'm still gonna teach in my living room for a long while here. All right, if you're ready, shift your weight to your right foot. No weight on your left. So you're still in a hip hinge. When you're ready, take your left foot behind you here. So deadlift and up. So your knee is bent, but you move from the hip joint. The knee is bent just so it's not locked out. When you're ready, you can take your left leg up behind you as you deadlift over. 1, 2, and up. Again, 1, 2. We'll go 2 more in that rhythm. It's 2 to get over, 2 to come up. Again, 1, 2. Now down for 2, come up in 1. 1, 2, toe touch, or you can balance. 1, 2, toe touch or balance up. So 1, 2, toe touch or balance up. 1, 2, and up. Same thing. 1, 2, and up. Once more. And both feet on the floor, parallel squats. Let's do all of that again with the other side. 1 squat and 1 diagonal press. Lower the elbows. Diagonal press, squat. Lower, make it flow if you're ready, so it's squat to press. You can keep it here, or maybe your right knee comes up at the top and left. Push down to the floor to come up. Let's do 4 more to even it out. So 4, push down. 3, 2, and just the squat. So today, I'm all alone because my child is at the stables all day, which she normally is. But my producer is out of his pajamas and he's actually working today in his studio. Very isolated, everybody playing in a different room. Hip hinge, deadlift right here in 1, 2, come up. Hinge over for 2. You can keep it right here in the middle or shift your weight to your left foot. No weight on your right. When you're ready, right leg goes back behind you, so it's still a deadlift. Back leg is working like a kickstand. When you're ready, let your back leg lift up behind you. I'm gonna go straight ahead into this camera so you can see my back leg in 1, 2, and up. Same rhythm, down for 2, come up into twice more in 1, 2, and up. Once more, and then change your rhythm, down for 2, come up in 1, to a toe tap or a knee lift. 1, 2, toe tap or knee lift here. 1, 2, toe tap or knee lift. We're gonna go twice more after this one. Here we go. Belly button in, chest up. Make sure you're breathing. 1, 2, and both feet on the floor, parallel and squat. Overhand grip on your dumbbells or your bar. All right, if you're using a bar, you're gonna flip your grip one hand at a time to underhand. If you're using dumbbells, just keep them where they are. If the bar, roll up to your elbows and lace your fingers. If you're using dumbbells, you can take them across your chest or you can keep them down. Either way. One more. Feet wide, toes to the corners, sink down and up. So your toes can wiggle. Your toes are slightly out to the corners. Your knees track over your toes. Hips underneath your shoulders. Now the thing that's so great about the producer, my husband, not being in his pajamas today, and being out of the house working, is that, when a trumpet player doesn't work for a long time, they have to practice hours and hours every day. That means today, I don't have to listen to any trumpet playing at all. Can't tell you how fantastic it's gonna be. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do with my airspace. One more, hold it down. The little pulse is right here. Shoulders down and back. Your toes can wiggle. 4, 3, 2, and hold. Both heels lift. Extend, put the heels back down. Can you wiggle your toes? Sink, heels lift. Extend up, tempo here. Sink, press up. Sink, press. One more time. Then just the hip sink 2 times. Once more. Now both heels lift up. Lift and lower. One of each. Sink your hips once. Heels lift. Up. Sink your hips again. Heels lift. Now slightly faster here. Sink, press. Sink, press. One more. Then up tempo. Sink to press. Straight through. Pushing down to come up. 3, 2, hold it up. Hold it. Bend both knees. Lower your heels. Come up to parallel. Forward in your space to a squat. So you can keep your dumbbells by your sides or hold them up. We are going to do step back rotations. So if I were using dumbbells, I would want to hold them up. One more. Left leg steps back 1 time. So step together. Keep your bar or your dumbbells close to your core. Maybe you sink your hips, sink, push down, sink, push down, sink, press, again, sink, press. 2 more, and then we triple pulse right here. So 3, 2, 1, other way. 3, 2, 1, let's do it again. So 3, 2, 1 more time. 3, 2, now singles to finish. We have 4 singles. 3, 2, parallel squat right here. Alrighty, we're gonna go into that thing where you might need something to balance. If you're using a bar, you're fine. Unlace if you're using a bar, unroll. If you're using dumbbells, bring them down by your sides. Then flip your grip, 1 hand at a time, to overhand. So whether you're using dumbbells or a bar, we're all in overhand grip, doing squats. Left leg goes up behind you here. Squat, and then your right. Bet you guys can remember this one. One more. Hold your left leg up behind you and pulse. So press your left hip towards me. Square your shoulders. Keep your chest lifted. Walk your hands in if you're using a bar, so they're shoulder distance apart. 3, 2, hold your back foot is flexed as it comes in and extend. So the heel comes towards your hip. But remember, if it gets all the way into your hip, that tells you that you need to bring your knee further back behind you. Maybe you add a reverse curl right here and extend. So on the curl, you want your elbows next to your rib cage. You want your palms facing to the floor. Again, in for 2, hold it out. Flex and pulse right here for 4, 3, 2, hold. Here comes the fun part. Open your left hip, open your left shoulder. Using a bar, take it out away from you to the corner. If you're using dumbbells, you're gonna let them hang. Now with the dumbbells, you could put both of them in your right hand and hold it here. Or keep them both in your left hand, whichever's gonna work better for you. With the bar is sitting in the palm of your left hand. Your right arm goes out. Now deadlift to the corner for 2, and up, again. So if you're using dumbbells, they can be wherever you like. I've given you a couple of options. Again, hinge over for 2. On the next pass, you'll take your fingertips to the bar. If you're not using a bar, this is where you can put them on a block or on one dumbbell on its end. Either way, your top leg should be your left leg is gonna bend for 2 and extend. Maybe both knees bend for 2, extend. Single count, bend, straighten. So you can put this fingertip on the floor if that works better for you. Again, one more time, hold it here. So close your left hip and shoulder, set your bar or dumbbells on the floor, fingertips behind the bar, your left toes, you're gonna find the floor. Maybe you're on a block or a book or dumbbells. Either way, bend both knees right here. 1, 2, extend, that's your move. You can work right here, or you can bring your left knee into your chest and extend. One more slowly. That extension can be low right here, single count. So you decide where that extension goes. Bend, extend, 4 to finish. So 4, press, 3, 1 more. You'll hold your left leg up and pulse. Extend your left toes. Can you wiggle your right toes? 4, 3, 2, hold. Bring your left foot down to be parallel with your right foot. Overhand grip on your bar or dumbbells. Try to straighten your right leg and bend your left knee. So you're sitting into the hip, the glute, everything we just worked. Change sides, straighten your left leg, bend your right knee, sitting into your left hip, bend both knees, tailbone lifts up, unroll in 4, 3, 2, squats here. Ooh, hello, we haven't done that in a while. Alrighty, so if you're using a block or a book or something you're gonna need, pass it over to this side because we're gonna go that way. But before we start, feet wide, toes to the corners here. Just a little sorbet for your legs and your booty. 1 more, back to a parallel squat. Squeeze your glutes without locking your knees. Here we go, right leg goes up behind you, squat, and then your left, lift. 2 more. You'll hold your right leg up behind you, flex and pulse. I'm gonna turn directly to the camera. Walk your hands in so they're shoulder distance apart. Shoulders down and back. Hold your pulse, heel towards the hip, and extend. So remember, you don't want it to come all the way in. You want it to have to stop about halfway so you feel your hamstrings. Maybe you add a reverse curl. You don't have to, but you can. Nobody's looking. Up to you. Elbows in on the curl. Keep them close to your ribs. In for 2. 2 more just like that. In for 2. And out. 1 more time. Whew. And hold it back. Flex and pulse right here with your right leg. Up, up. For 4, 3, 2, hold. So open your right hip. Open your right shoulder. Ooh, almost hit my water. Take your bar, if you're using one, over to the corner. All right, so remember the bar is gonna sit in the palm of your right hand. Maybe you have both dumbbells in this hand. That will be my next choice. You can put them in this hand, or you can extend your left hand out and then deadlift to the corner. And up. Again, core is engaged. 2 more times. Hinge over for 2. This time, you'll stay over, fingertips on the bar or the floor or a block. Bend your top leg and extend. Try to bend both knees. 1, 2, extend. Singles if you're ready. Bend, extend. So you're pushing against the floor to find that extension. 4 more like this. So 4, press, bend, press. 1 more time. Hold it up. So close your right hip and shoulder. Set your bar or dumbbells on the floor, fingertips behind it. Bring your right toes to the floor. Now bend both knees together. 1, 2. I'm gonna turn this way so I don't have to break my neck. So look at the camera. Maybe bring your right knee in and extend. Singles if you're ready, bend. And extend, remember that extension can be low, can be level, or maybe it's up high. But you're pushing down into the floor with your standing leg. 1, 4 more to make it even. Okay, so 4, press. 3, press. 1 more, and hold your extension. Pulse right here. Are you putting a lot of weight on your fingertips? Try not to. 3, 2, and bring your right leg down to parallel with your left. Overhand grip on whatever resistance you're using. Try to straighten your left leg. Bend your right knee. Sitting into your left hip. Change sides. Straighten your right leg. Bend your left knee. Then bend both knees. Lift your tailbone up. Slowly unroll your back. In 4, 3, 2, squats here. Ooh, that was a lot. All right, whatever you're using for resistance gets put down on the floor, goes away. We don't use it anymore. You can grab a beverage, a towel. My towel, courtesy of Edie, thank you. It's fantastic. Now, I have 3 fantastic little towels. All righty, where were we? Palms together here. So remember, you are not locking your knees, but squeezing your boots. Hey, how are you? All right, so you just remind me which version of your name you like to be called. I know that you told me in class, and I can't remember. I see your whole name as you came up and joined, but remind me, because I don't think you told me the whole name to call you. Oh, dog's getting comfy. Touch your knees, knuckles up, sink, knuckles up. Let's do 4 more like this. So 4, press. 3, 2, hold it up. And squat, your arms up, palms together. 1 more. Left leg steps out to the side 1 time, so 1, to the right, and left. Sink your hips. Again, sink, press, sink, press. 1 more, feet parallel, squat here. 4, up, 3, 2, left leg steps out and sink, arms down, together. 2 more. Feet parallel, squat, touch your knees. 4, up, 3, push down, left leg steps out. 4 of these. 2 more, parallel squat here. 4, press. 3, push down through your feet. Let's do it again, last set. Left side goes out, hips underneath your shoulders. Push against the floor. And parallel squat right here. 4, up, 3, 2, hold it up at the top. Try to lift your heels just like we did in the beginning of class. Extend through your fingertips. Try to find your squat. Palms together, thumbs at your chest. Lower your heels, wiggle your toes, come up, squats right here. Make sure you have room behind you for the next set. Right leg goes first. Set back, together. Left leg, you know this part. Same thing we do with the bar. So step. Now take your fingertips out front. Long arms, rotate. Again, maybe you sink your hips. Sink. So it's like a slice on the diagonal with your fingertips. Try not to bend your elbows. 2 more. Now feet parallel squat here. Remember that part? 2 more. Now you're just gonna step out, easy enough. Bend, just squat. One more. Let's go slow motion. Step out to the side. Sink your hips. Fingertips reach towards the floor and up. Sink and up. So you can step out or you can make it a hop. Both feet. Two more. And then right leg steps back. Slice with the arms. Long arms from the shoulders. One more. Step or hop. Fingertips straight down. Straight down. One more. Right leg steps back. Four. Long arms from the shoulders. Step or jump. Fingertips aim for the floor. Two more. Right leg steps back. Slice. No elbows for this step back. Step or hop out. Parallel wide. Fingertips towards the floor. We'll do one more set. Right leg steps back. Four. Long arms. Three. Two. Step or jump out for four. Three. Two. Hold your wide squat. Hold. Can you wiggle your toes? Release your hands. Grab, pull, knuckles up. 2 counts to sink your hips. Grab like you're pulling a rope. Straight up. Sink for 2. Single counts here. Sink, press down. Sink, press, sink, press. Let's do 4 more. So your hips are always lower than your shoulders. One more. Palms together here. Just a small squat. Recovery squat. 2 more. Left leg. Diagonally back. Slow motion. Push down. Other way. Sink your hips. Push down. Single count. So sink. Push down to come up. Sink. Press. Sink. Press. Maybe you reach back behind you. Reach up, not down. So you keep your other arm at your chest so it's ready to be met with the back arm. 2 more. Wide parallel squat. Reach down and pull up. Sink. Pull up. 1 more. Left leg diagonally back. 4. Push against the floor. 3. 2. Wide parallel squat. Reach down. Pull up. 2 more. Let's do it again. Left leg diagonally back and 4. Push down. Chest up. When you sink. 1 more. Wide parallel squat. Reach. Pull. 2 more. Last set. Left leg diagonally back and 4. Press. 3. Chest up. Belly button in. Wide parallel. Sink. Push against the floor to come up. 2 more. Hold at the top. Hold it. Knuckles up. Toes to the corners. Sink your hips. Heels lift. Extend through your fingertips. Arms out to the side. Reach your fingertips behind you and reach to where the wall meets the floor behind you. Belly button in. Palms together. Maybe you rotate over to your right. 1, 2, center to your left. 1, 2, center. Thumbs up your chest. Heels down. Wiggle your toes. Push down to come up. Toes towards me. Wide squat. Sink. Push down. Bring your feet underneath your hips. I'm going to adjust my outfit because it's driving me nuts. All right. Palms together. We know this one. Hop or pedal here. So you can pedal, step, or hop, jump. Up to you. You decide. Hop, out, or pedal, step. Either way, it'll work. 4 to go. 4, move a little bit back in your space so you have room in front. Hold your wide squat and palms together. You have lots of room in front. Feet underneath your hips. We haven't done this version in a while. We have been doing a front lunge. This one is not going to be with both legs straight and a hinge. Different today. 1 more. Left leg steps forward once. Back to the other right leg. Just practice this, just step. We're not gonna rotate to the corner, just a step forward, step, push off. Maybe you lunge, press, just lunge, press, lunge, press. Easy enough. We'll do 4 more just to get this pattern. 4, 3, 2. Now your left leg stays over there. Straighten, up, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Hold it up. Now hinge, palms behind your front leg and up. Again, hinge over for 2. Maybe your back leg comes up behind you. 1 more with a leg lift. And feet parallel squat. We'll do that much on the right. 2 more back here. Right leg, steps over, find your lunge, just lunge, up. 2 more, last one. Now hip hinge, back leg stays straight. Maybe you touch your fingertips behind your front leg. Then maybe your back leg comes up for 2 and over, just an option. 1, 2, step back, parallel squat. So it's gonna be front lunge, hip hinge, step back, yes? Let's do the legs. So you step forward, over, back, together, step forward, straighten. Oh, I'm doing the wrong arm. So you step here, the hands go behind your leg. Hinge, here, lunge, together. Hinge, palms behind your front leg so that maybe your back leg can come up, yes? So left, hip hinge, maybe a leg lift. Lunge, hip hinge. So step over. Now, maybe you reach up back here. So lunge, hinge, lunge, reach up. Lunge, hinge, lunge, press up. Lunge, hinge. I think we did these before. We did not alternate legs. It's a little harder with your balance. Push down, so use the floor to push against, always. Again, hinge, here, lunge, up, lunge, hinge, lunge. Let's do it again, so lunge, hinge, up, right here. Let's do 2 more, finish it. Lunge left, hinge, lunge, step up. Just the squats here. Sink, squeeze your glutes. Take a big step forward. So you have room all around. Time to take a little step forward. Left leg steps back 4 times. So you have 4, 3, 2, right leg. Now that can stay a step, or can become a lunge by bending your back leg. Left side, step or lunge. The back knee is gonna bend if it's a lunge. Right side for 4. 4, press. 3, press. 1 more. Left leg, maybe your arms go with you if you're taking the lunge. 2 more. Right side for 4. 4, 3, 2, left side for 2. 1 more. Right side for 2. And then singles, side to side, step, press. Maybe you sink your hips a little further so that your front fingertips can touch the floor, but you gotta do that without collapsing in your core. So you don't wanna round over like that. You wanna keep your chest lifted. 1 more, parallel squat. Ooh, heart rate should be up. 1 last thing before we go to the floor. Feet wide, toes to the corners, sink. Palms together, knees track over your toes, hips under your shoulders. Cross your forearms. Most of you know this. Take your arms out to a V, then sink, cross your arms over your head, out to a V, sink, cross, up tempo here. So cross, V, cross, open. Here is fine, or maybe your heels will lift. We're not doing the side to side, only the middle here. Maybe if your heels are lifting up, maybe they press up to get a little air. So you're really pressing down to come up. Physics. Push down, the reaction is up. 2 more. Last one. Palms together. Sink your hips. 2 more just like that. 1 more. Feet parallel. Inhale, bring your arms up for 2. Hands on your knees. Round your back. Release. Twice more. Round your back. Release. This time, come all the way up. Grab some water or whatever you're drinking, and a towel or towels. I'm going double towel. The big towel's in the wash. All right, so I'm gonna turn sideways. You don't have to, it's an option, but I turn sideways, like I say in every class, because that way, I can, when I cue you front and back, my front arm is the arm closest to the screen. Back arm away from the screen. I promise. It's just water here. You know, this cup really has a lot of fun colors. Blue, purple, gold, very nice. I highly recommend it. I think it'd be hilarious if someday when we can all work out together in a gym, that we all brought in goblets for our water. I'm sure we'd get in trouble for not having a closed container, even of water. All right, so if you turn sideways, you're sitting on top of your booty bones, your knees are bent, doesn't matter how much. Grab your towel that you're not sitting on. I think it'd be hilarious. Although this one, hang on, this cup does come with a fancy lid. I don't know if you can see it with the glare. So this lid, yes, let's. So you can just put that in your cup, and now it is a closed beverage container. So you know what? You know I'm gonna try it, and you know I'm gonna get in trouble. Look at how much I care. All right. Towel, shoulder distance apart. Looks like this. Curl back to the halfway point, and then back out. So you just want to feel the contraction in the front of your core. Curl down. 1, 2. Oh no, there's a fly in my house. I hate that. I hope it isn't given the screen. All right, as you curl, maybe your arms lift up to where the ball meets the ceiling in front of you. Oh, the dog has spotted the fly. That fly is not going to be around long now. Think. Lift. Maybe your front leg lifts up. And then your back leg, curl. Lift. That leg is just for added resistance. If you don't need that added resistance, you don't need to do the leg lift. Be careful that you don't roll all the way back like I just did almost. Again, curl. Lift. Now maybe you rotate across the leg. Up. Other way. Curl. Rotate and lift. And up. So curl down. Rotate towards me. And up. Curl down. Rotate away from me. So this is with or without the leg lift. Curl. Rotate. It's up to you how much resistance you require today. Curl. Reach. Again. Curl. Reach and rotate. 1 more each side. Curl. Rotate. Once more. And then curl down and hold. I keep inching forward so I stay in the frame. Shoulders down and back. Pull your towel out to the side. Stay here or pick your front leg up. And your back leg. Maybe you hold it here. Maybe you rotate towards me and center away from me. Ooh, I'm tipping over. And towards me. Maybe your knees go opposite. So it's a full rotation. Over, center, over, again. Over, center, over. 1 more each way. And then forward fold. Set your towel down. Legs can be bent or straight or anywhere in between. You're just going to try to round your back. Release your low back. Actively separating your shoulder blades. Chin to your chest. Inhale. On your exhale, flex both feet. Bring your eyes up, and then your shoulders, and then your body. At the top, you'll tuck your hips. Fingertips can help you roll down. I'm gonna scoot forward, and then roll down. When you're all the way down, bring your knees into your chest, and just rock your knee. Oh, crunchy crunch. Rock your knees side to side. Whew. Good Lord. My back is crunchy today. I'm gonna extend my top leg as I go over like I always do. Gives me that added stretch. I did a kettlebell class yesterday online. If anybody wants the link to it, let me know. And both knees into your chest. Hold it here. Wrap your arms around your knees. Inhale. On your exhale, squeeze under your armpits. Roll your shoulders up so you're in a little ball. And then release. Hands to the side of the hips. Untuck your hips. 90 degrees at the hip and the knee. So you have a neutral spine because your belly button's level to your pelvic bone. 90 degrees at the hip and the knee. Calves are parallel to the floor. Fingertips behind your ears. We're going slow motion today. What? Maybe this is enough for you. If this is enough, you just stay here and hold. If you need a little more, extend your back leg out to the wall in front of you. Squeeze under your back armpit. Roll your back shoulder off the floor. So your back elbow's falling away. You are not trying to reach it over to your knee. You're letting it hang back. All right, slowly change sides. Let your front elbow fall away. Your back leg stays at 90 degrees in the hip and the knee. It's tempting to bring it in here, but keep it at 90, yes? Slow motion, 4 counts to get there, so 4, 3, 2, you're there on 1. In 4, 3, 2, again, slowly 1. Steve Stewart, are you still there? 3, 2, again, in 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it 4, 3. We're just going slow today. 1, and up slowly 4, 3, and again slowly in 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly 4, 3. One more time, slowly each way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Peel your shoulder blade up. Now you can go to 2 counts in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and up. Again, here's my dog. Again, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now singles, let's finish it up in 8, 7, 6, 5, in 4, 3, 2, and release. Feet on the floor, knees bent. We're doing one more set of abs before we stretch. Both legs up. My favorite ab workout these days. Cross your ankles. Bend your knees out to the corners. Fingertips behind your ears. Squeeze under your armpits and lift your shoulders up. Now pull your knees closer to your chest and away for 2. And you inhale as you come in. Exhale on the way out. Try not to pull on your head. So you're squeezing underneath your armpits to lift your upper body. In for 2. Exhale for 2 again. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 2. Inhale. 2. Let's go twice more. In for 2 and out. Once more. In for 2 and out. This time come in and hold. Little pulses right here. 4 more in. 1, 2, 3, and release. Feet on the floor. Just take your hips away from the screen. Cross your back leg over your front leg. Arms can just be out to the side. And let your knees fall towards me. Breathing in and out. For 4, 3, 2. Bring yourself back to the center. Uncross your legs. Scoop your hips towards me. Front leg over your back leg and let your knees fall over away from the screen. You'll feel that right there across the top of your booty.
And then come back to the center. Front leg comes into the chest. Extend the leg until you feel the stretch behind your front leg. Your back leg can stay planted on the floor, or you can let it walk out and find a point of flexibility that works. Flex your front leg, bend into the chest. 1, 2, extend up. Again, so flex. Bend, drive it up. Once more, flex. Bend this time, hold it up. Take your front arm on the inside of your front leg. Press your leg towards me only until you feel the stretch on the inside of the leg. Back hip on the floor. Flex both feet. And then bend your front knee back to the center. Front arm reaches towards me. Back arm across your knee. Take your knee across. It's another rotation. A lot of those today. And come back to the center. Both feet on the floor. Back knee to the chest. Extend your back leg up. Looking for a stretch behind this. Front leg can stay where it is or it can walk out to find your point of flexibility. Flex and bend. Drive it up. Again. Flex. Bend. Drive it up. One more time. Flex. Bend. Hold your leg up. Front arm or back arm goes on the inside of the back leg and open the leg out to the side until you feel the stretch on the inside of your back leg. Your front hip presses into the floor. Flex both feet. And then bend your back knee to the chest. Back arm reaches out. Front arm across the knee. And the knee goes over towards me. Full spine rotation here. And then back to the center. Both feet on the floor. Flip over onto your stomach.
Let's do a quick hip opener. On your forearms here, take your knees out to the sides and let your soles of your feet fall together. Now if you're here, put your elbows down, lift your hips up. So let your hips open by the weight of your body and your knees being out to the side. Just for a few moments. Holding here, breathing. My dog's sad because I made him go away. All right, slowly lower, take your knees parallel, arms and legs extending out, front arm reaches around, grab where your shoelaces would be, heel to the hip, hip to the floor, breathing all the way in and out as you open up your quadriceps. And then release, change sides, front arm reaches around, grab where your shoelaces would be, heel to the hip, hip to the floor, opening your quads, knees straight out from your hips. Maybe you keep your back arm there and your front arm reaches around, grab where your shoelaces would be on both feet. If you're not quite here, work on this by grabbing your heels or your pants. If you're already here, push your feet into your hands and lift your knees up. Maybe you lift your chest. Breathing in and out. And slowly release. Hands to the side of your chest. Press your chest up. Take your hips back to your heels. Child pose. Pressing your chest through your shoulders. Then round up to a tabletop. Tuck your toes and round your back. Press down to lift your tailbone up. Walk your feet up towards your hands. Forward fold, let your head hang. Tailbone lifts, unroll your back. In 4, 3, 2. This part's all done. Thanks you guys for joining me in my sweaty living room with my dog. In 5 minutes, I'm gonna come back and do the upper body and core together. That'll be our after party, and then tomorrow I'll post my schedule for the upcoming week. Exciting online school starting, so I may switch to 10 o'clock. Let me know what you think about that. So, all right, that's it. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in 5 minutes, or I'll see you Sunday morning. Thanks, you guys.